The best time to buy knives is between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Not only can you score some really good deals on knives, but get free swag as well. And my motto is if it's free, give me 3. So that's the theme of this video. Not only are we going to review the modest priced Gerber Jukebox, but also take a look at the freebies that came along with the knife. This set is a good example of the quality of freebies you can get during the holiday season. So let's go inside and take a look at the Gerber Jukebox holiday set. Hello and welcome back to Blade Insider, where we talk all things knives. We're going to discuss the special holiday package of the Gerber Jukebox. This is the second Gerber I've reviewed. The first was a Gerber Empower, which is an automatic knife. Coincidentally, the Empower came with the promotional Yeti Rambler Cup. That was a $30 value. I gave the Empower a 4.1 out of 5 score. I said it was a big, solid knife built for heavy use. The Jukebox is a clip folding knife with an extended finger flipping opener and liner lock. It is not something I normally would buy. It was really the freebies that influenced my purchasing decision. I had planned to do a review of this package a year ago, but COVID struck and I spent that year in the hospital. So I'm finally getting around to my review. Before we go further, consider subscribing to this channel. We're building a community of knife fans and we need you to join us. We put out new and fun content weekly, so be sure to come back and watch. And ring the bell to be notified of our new videos. Gerber advertises that they are masters of knives and tools, and their product catalog lists numerous items that they sell. They engineer and design their products in Portland, Oregon, but they are manufactured worldwide, including China. Gerber offers a limited lifetime warranty against defects in materials and workmanship in North America. However, with COVID, Gerber is not accepting knives for repairs or for sharpening. They will accept inquiries for replacement parts or products and sheaths. As I said earlier, Gerber included several freebies with the purchase of this knife. Let's take a closer look at these items. First is a product clip comb. It's a metal comb with a textured grip. Nothing special, but it will slip in the back pocket with the clip. Next is a handkerchief. We can compare this handkerchief from one from Swank Hanks. The Swank has microfiber back liner and it's made of substantial material. The Gerber Hank isn't. It isn't made of the best materials, but it is colorful and has a nice design to it. Finally, there's a valet. It appears to be made of a synthetic leather with a cardboard to give it some stiffness. The corners button together to build the wall of the valet. It has a nice design and appears to hold up after some moderate use. It's probably the most useful item in the package. Well, that's enough with the freebies. Let's go to the bench and take a closer look at the Gerber Jukebox. We review our knives based on 5 categories: design and aesthetics, carryability, materials, usability, and value. We total these scores up for an overall score at the end of the episode. Our first review category is design and aesthetics. I wasn't impressed with the Gerber Empower's box and presentation. That criticism isn't applicable with the Jukebox because it includes all the freebies. Looking at the knife, the most prominent feature is the extended finger flipping opener. This runs along the spine of the blade and extends about 3/4 of an inch from the bolster. It's my first extended flipper and it really boils down to your own taste whether or not you like this type of opener. The scales are made up of acrylic and have sort of a cheap look to it. The frame and liner are made of stainless steel, and that adds to the weight of the knife. The liner lock is thin metal and isn't the easiest to use when trying to disengage the lock. The clip side contains a deep carry clip that is easy to get in and out of the pocket. The clip has a brand name in darker gray on it. The blade is a sheep's foot style and satin finish. I've always liked the sheep's foot blade style, so this knife fits right along with my taste. It has a brand mark on the presentation side of the blade and a serial number on the clip side. While no country of origin is present on the knife, it is made in China. For design and aesthetics, this knife scores a 2 out of 5. The stainless steel bolster and the acrylic scale add a cheap look to the knife and extra weight. The extended flipper is not an efficient opening mechanism for the knife, and it interferes when you're trying to close the knife. Our next category is carryability. Let's run the tail of the tape on this knife. The overall length is 6.75 inches and the blade length is 2.75 inches. It's a sheep's foot style blade with a flat grind and satin finish. The handle is 3.875 inches and it has acrylic scales. When holding this knife, the first impression is that it's a heavy knife. It feels heavier than it looks. Deploying the knife is a little awkward, but I can get a 4-finger grip using my large hands. There are no hot spots on the knife and it's very comfortable in the hand. The extended flipper dips slightly and provides a nice thumb rest. The same is true with the liner lock. It provides a nice hold for your index finger. The acrylic scales are slick and there's no grip compared to a G10 scale. For carryability, this knife scores a 3 out of 5. Weight and a slick grip hold this knife back from a higher score. Next is materials. The materials that make up this knife are stainless steel, acrylic, and 7CR17 MOV steel. You can get interesting designs with acrylic, but it can give a knife a cheap appearance and doesn't have any grip to it. The stainless steel bolster and liner add a lot of weight to the knife. It keeps the cost down, but at the expense of carryability. Finally, the blade material is 7CR17 MOV. This material is a budget steel. Gerber uses this steel a lot. Blade HQ lists 90 Gerber knives with this type of blade material. For materials, this knife scores a 2 out of 5. Stainless steel, acrylic, and 7CR17 MOV steel are all ingredients in a budget or beater type knife. The next category is usability. The grind on the knife from the factory was uneven. Let's see how it cuts through paper. You can see it slices, but not the best slicer. You can tell there's an uneven grind from the factory. And that what leads to the poor cutting ability. Now let's see how this knife carries in your jeans. It has a deep carry clip to it, but you can see how open it is towards the top and middle. Now this will fit in the watch pocket of your jeans, but it does leave that extended flipper opening very close to your belly. Preferable is sticking it in your pocket. However, you will get a lot of movement from the knife because of that large opening on the clip. For usability, this knife scores a 3 out of 5. It's a beater knife. With a sheepsfoot blade, it's not a piercer, but it can slice. The grind is uneven, but it gives you a knife to practice your sharpening skills with. And it's a little bit too heavy and big to be lost in your pocket. Finally, we come to value. This knife, along with all the freebies, was $35. That's one hell of a deal. It's a solid knife that can be used for a lot of tasks. The materials are not the best, but they keep the cost down. And it would make a great Christmas present for the knife enthusiast in your family. For value, this knife scores a 4 out of 5. If we add up all the scores, the Jukebox averages out to 2.8 out of 5. As a budget knife, it's okay. It's a solid knife which can be used as a workhorse around your garage. However, it's too clunky to be a gentleman's knife, and it's too heavy and awkward to be an everyday carry knife. There are better options out there. The value is added with the freebies, so I'm happy with my purchase. Now, the reason I bought the knife is because of the freebies. They exposed me to this brand. The key question is whether the purchase of this knife would lead me to buy more knives from Gerber. The answer is probably not. The knife did not impress me with the Gerber brand. The freebies did. But if Gerber is going to improve their knives or add a bunch of freebies with every knife purchased, then I'll probably buy other brands. So what do you think? Do freebies help dictate your knife purchases? What do you think of the Gerber brand? Leave your comments in the section below. Also, let me know what you think is the best time to purchase knives. And while you're commenting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you found the video helpful. Well, that's all for this video. Remember to be responsible, be respectful, and be happy. We'll see you soon.